I was on my way to work the other day when I started thinking about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And if you have not reached the climax, do not watch this video. There will be spoilers. I was doing a raid with my Fluttermane in Scarlet version when I started thinking about the Paradox Pokemon themselves because I thought the name was really weird. Pokemon has always been really great and particular about paying attention to details of certain things, especially when they have entire teams dedicated to researching countries as soon as they have the idea of this is the country we want the next game to be based off of. So I thought it was strange that the Paradox Pokemon weren't necessarily a paradox, right? It was stated that a Donphan had been seen before, but that was kind of it, and that was the only paradox. So what leads all of the other Pokemon to be called a paradox as well? My belief, as I was kind of just walking around and going about my day, is that the professor starts to gain an interest in this subject when they read the book about the explorer who made it to the great crater of Paldea for the very first time, and their discovery with the very ferocious beast who killed many of their team members. Seeing this book inspired them to want to meet Pokemon of a different era, and then, from there, they build said time machine where we now know that the time machine was launching all these Master Balls and bringing them back to modern day time. However, if you've ever done any science experiment, no matter how simple, whether at home, at school, or if you've just watched a video of somebody conducting one, there is always one unavoidable thing, and that is the human error. My belief is that as the time machine was bringing these Pokeballs back from either the past or the future, they didn't all make it to the correct time period, dropping them off 150 years before the modern day era. That accident that I'm hypothesizing took place ended up being the Donphan that was discovered by that first exploration team, which the book was then written about, which then inspired the professor to create the time machine in the first place. Because, as you see, a paradox is defined as being something that contradicts itself. A contradiction. This is a very simple theory, very short, and it's probably not true. It probably has lots of flaws to it. This is just something that I was thinking about as I was doing whatever it is that I do in my free time. Thank you for listening.